Ready?
T-minus
10, 9, 8. Come on, baby. 6. Come on. 5.
4.
You know it.
3.
This is
2,
easy.
1.
It's a piece
0.
of cake.
Ignition.
All right.
Lift off.
Now we're serious.
Lift off. 30 minutes.
Here we go. Hang on to your hats, folks. We are off. Let's go. Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. Where? On Vaughn Radio. Oh, right. Vaughn Radio. That's the place. Come on, folks. Let's go. Oh, yeah. That's right, folks. It's explosive. Welcome to the show with no name. Your exciting, interactive, informative, educational English class daily. Well, Monday through Friday. But don't forget, you've got podcasts, folks. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can tune in to your favorite Vaughn podcasts. You've got Let's Get Random with Jules Linares. Back to Basics with Tosh Pasqua. The Pro Bow Show with Rob Grams. Kyle Miller's Drive Time. And so much more. It's all here on Vaughn Radio. And if you're hungry for more, then go on over to our website, grupovaughn.com. That's right, grupovaughn.com. You can get all the information you need about resources, courses. Oh, I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. Oh, yeah, amigos. I'm excited to be here. I'm stoked. I'm psyched. Si queremos sonar americanos. I'm stoked. I'm psyched. And I hope you're psyched as well, folks, because we've got an amazing week ahead. And so many exciting things. We are in full swing. Estamos ya de vuelta a tope. We are in full swing and so many exciting events coming up. Don't forget, we've got on October 4th, Vaughn Radio Trivia Night.
It's time for the return of our Vaughn Radio Trivia Nights. Join us to practice your English, test your knowledge, and have a great time on Wednesday, October 4th at 8:30 p.m. at Roll Madrid, Calle Amaniel 23. Each month, we host our Vaughn Radio Trivia Nights where attendees are put into teams and answer fun trivia questions in English. Join us for the fun at Roll Madrid on Wednesday, October 4th at 8:30 p.m. That's Roll Madrid, Calle Amaniel 23. This time, it's hosted by me, Kyle Miller. Everyone's welcome, so we'll see you there.
That's right, folks. Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. Mark your calendars. It's October 4th, hosted by my good friend, Kyle Miller. And he's going to make it a great night. And you guys being there, that's another way we assure a great night. A good time is had by all, as we say in English. And folks, also November 1st, I'll be hosting it as well. So you got 2 dates there, October 4th and November 1st. And it's at Roll Madrid, as Kyle said, Calle de Amaniel 23. I hope to see you there. It starts at 8:30, but I would recommend you get there around 8. Oh, and one more thing. How could I forget? Coming up this week at all our Vaughn centers, Bilbao, Valladolid, Zaragoza, Barcelona, Valencia, Santander, Vigo, and Madrid. We'll see you for a Vaughn open house. Yeah, you can come in and meet us. You can win free prizes, courses, get some sample classes, and chat with us for a bit. You can even get a level test. You can sign up on our website. It's grupovon.com, or you can contact us via social media. I'm sure you can find the link there. Folks, it's time for Question of the Week.
Question of the Week.
That's right. Question of the Week here, folks. And this is something we look at all throughout the week. But Friday's the big day. And what do I mean? Well, first, I want to give a nice round of applause to everybody who participated last week. It was an astounding success, folks. You guys did a wonderful job. I was able to help you as expected and say, muy bien, pero cuidado con la pronunciación o cómo juntas las cosas aquí. So it was, I'm serious, guys, excellent job. It was magical to hear from all of you. And as I said, using the technology we have, well, it was great to hear your voices and not only to be able to help you and give you expressions and idioms and teach you things, but also to be able to help you with your pronunciation, something that I've never been able to do before until now. And you get to express yourself in English, something that's very difficult. You don't have many opportunities. It's not difficult, but, finding the chance to do it can be. So if you want to participate, this week's question of the week is, let's get a drum roll. What's the nicest thing or the kindest? These are synonyms, by the way. What is the nicest or the kindest thing a complete stranger has ever done for you? Okay? What is the nicest or kindest thing that a complete stranger has done for you? Okay? That is the question of the week. You'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm no mathematician, but that's 4 days to think of what you want to say, to think of your answer. You can even rehearse it, ensayarlo, and when you're ready, record it in your phone and send it to this email address. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. Write it down. You've got it. This way you've got it. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. And if you guys want, I urge you all to participate. I think it's a great initiative. We saw it last week in action. And I just wanted to give you a couple guidelines, unos directrices, pautas, maybe I think you say. Speak into the microphone, but also don't put it like this up to you. You know what I'm saying? A good distance from your mouth, maybe just a couple inches. Yo hago pulgadas. You guys do centímetros. Well, maybe about like your finger, the length of your finger. Look where, if you can see me right now, this is about the distance, the length of your thumb or so. Okay, because you don't want to be right on top of it, and you don't want to be too far away either. Look for a room without an echo. Like right now, do you hear an echo? No. When I say the word echo, it stops. That's the whole idea. That's why. Well, also, I have a wooden studio. It's made of wood. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. A woodchuck. We said if a woodchuck could chuck wood, a woodchuck can chuck wood. It's beavers that chuck wood. We're getting into some crazy territory. So, folks, send me a 1-minute audio note. You can send it to aalonso@grupovon.com. And it'll be a great way to hear from you guys, my amigos, my students. And this week, it's what is the nicest thing a complete stranger has ever done for you? I look forward to hearing from all of you. And it's time for our second challenge. It's our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Sorry, you know me and my sound effects. You know I love my sound effects. I've got about 300 of them now, and I started with 0. You'll hear it in FYI. You'll also hear it, what did I say? You'll hear it in FYI, and you'll also hear it here on the show with no name. Well, I love sound effects because I feel like it's a really easy, quote unquote, depende si sabes hacerlo, donde buscarlos, but it's an easy way to create a world, crear un mundo. You know, this world that I think is, a special world, a cool world, my amigos. So, if we're talking about the beach, well, if I just throw in some waves, for example, let's do it right now. Let's see. We're going to do a little test here, okay? So I want everybody, where are my waves? Okay, there we go. I want you to close your eyes right now. And I want you to imagine, let me make my voice a little bit more soothing. I want you to close your eyes right now. And I want you to imagine that you're at the beach. You're digging your toes in the sand. Oh, man, that feels good, doesn't it? Wow. Now, you're feeling a little bit thirsty. Well, it's pretty sunny. The sun is bright. Your mouth is a little bit dry. I think I'm going to go get a lemon ice. Un granizado. Is anybody with me right now? Man, that was fun. I almost felt like I was on a cruise. And speaking of cruises, don't forget, last week's episode of FYI was on cruises. If you haven't heard it, give it a listen. All aboard. Last call for all ship passengers on Pier 12. I know summer is sadly over, but that doesn't mean the fun and festivities have to stop. Let the vacay vibes live on forever. We are about to embark on a journey around the 7 seas and learn all about the business of big boats. Whether you're into lavish voyages, endless activities, or just want to see sunsets from different places and perspectives as you stuff your face in the buffet, then this episode is for you. Man overboard! All hands on deck as we dissect the diverse world of cruises on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
English.
You got it. That's right, folks. Don't forget, you can get that wherever you listen to your Vaughn podcasts. It's a weekly show that I produce on my own, and there's tons of bonus content every week if you are in my community. What I've decided to do right now for all of you guys, my amigos, my show with no namers who are also FYIers, I've got a special surprise for you. Folks, I am deciding to give you the second episode, the bonus episode on cruises that just came out. It's exclusively for people in my community. I've decided to make it available to everybody who is listening to or watching the show with no name right now. I just shared the link in the comments. So you're going to want to save that link or click on it and save the page, because that's the bonus episode. I've decided to make it available exclusively for Show with No Namers. So folks, enjoy it. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for all your hard work. If you're already in my community, well, you got that, but you've also got PDF documents and so much more. So enjoy it, folks. Enjoy the episodes. Now, as I always tell you, if you haven't listened to the first part, because just think of it this way. The episode that's available to everybody, that's part 1. And part 2 is a bonus episode with a lot of fun facts and also like a little mini class as well, where we look at idiomatic expressions and things like that. So there you go, folks. Available today for our Show with No Namers. Now, also, we're going to look at our pop quiz right now. And in our pop quiz, we're going to look at something I posted on social media this weekend. In fact, if I can find the link right now, I'll share it with you as well, just for the sake of simplicity. Let's see if we can find it. And basically, these are words that have 2 different pronunciations. So like the word wind and wind. And we looked at some of these words recently. I know we have. We looked at wound and wound. We looked at produce and produce, que es comida fresca. We looked at refuse, rechazar, and refuse. We looked at polish and Polish. And what do I want you guys to do? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to see if you're all following me on social media, because I want you to give me an example in a sentence of one of these words. So bass and bass, I want you to be creative. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you the audio from that right now. If you haven't seen the post, check it out. And if you have, well, this is a perfect opportunity to repeat these tricky words. Please excuse me while I think of an excuse. The button was so minute that it took me a minute to find it. Hopefully, the wind will be strong enough to wind the windmill. It's the referee's job to record the new world record. When people abuse drugs, it's called drug abuse. To contest the issue, they held a contest. John became a convert after deciding to convert to Catholicism. When I graduate, I will become a graduate. You can insult someone by shouting an insult. The guard will permit you to pass if you show a valid permit. Please put my typewriter to use, because I never use it. He will house the guests in his house. He lives next to a bar with live music. All right, there you go, guys. There you go. Let me go through them and then we'll listen to them again. And please, if you didn't repeat them aloud, it's a perfect opportunity to do this. The first one is excuse, una excusa, and excuse. Please say these aloud. Excuse me, zzz, and I don't want to hear that excuse. The second one, minute. Minute is minuto, right? Minute. Well, minute is diminuto, muy pequeño. Wind and wind. We've looked at that one. It's probably one of the most common ones. The next one, record and record. Okay, record is the verb, grabar. Abuse, abusar de. Abuse. So don't abuse me. I don't want your abuse. Okay, please repeat them aloud. Okay, we're going to contest the results of the contest. We're going to contest the results. He was a convert to Judaism. I don't know when he decided to convert. I will graduate next year, thus I will be a graduate. If you insult me, well, I don't want to hear that insult. So to insult somebody, an insult es el insulto. Please permit me to show you my permit. I use this because I give it a lot of use. That country will house, albergar. Have you heard that one? That country will house the Olympics, but they have a problem with their house. Okay? And the last one I've seen a lot of people make mistakes with is live versus live. All right? All of these words can be pronounced either way. Let's hear that list again. I shared the link with you if you'd like to follow along, but make sure you practice so when you come across these words, you don't get confused. You don't mix them up. Please excuse me while I think of an excuse. The button was so minute that it took me a minute to find it. Hopefully, the wind will be strong enough to wind the windmill. It's the referee's job to record the new world record. When people abuse drugs, it's called drug abuse. To contest the issue, they held a contest. John became a convert after deciding to convert to Catholicism. When I graduate, I will become a graduate. You can insult someone by shouting an insult. The guard will permit you to pass if you show a valid permit. Please put my typewriter to use because I never use it. He will house the guests in his house. He lives next to a bar with live music. All right, so there you go, folks. Between this post and the other one we looked at, you've got most of them, most of those tricky words. So here's my advice. Just take this week to get those words out of the way. Quitarlos de medio. Practice them until you know exactly which one it is every single time. All right, let's check in with our amigos in our virtual chat room, our classroom, our digital classroom, if you will. We've got Pac DJ in the house. What's up, Pac DJ? He says, waiting on the wings. I love the expression. I just got to make an adjustment. Waiting in the wings. Esperando para entrar. Excellent expression and great to see you, Pac DJ. Born to Iron Man says, morning, guys. Morning, Born. How's it hanging? Vero says, morning, beautiful warriors. Show with no namers around the universe. Hello, Vero. It's always an absolute pleasure to have you on board. We've got David. David's keeping it simple, but he just wants to let us know he's here and ready to rock. And David says, good morning. And he gives us the devil horns. Let's rock. David, you said so much with so little. I love it, David. Let's see. Chris Varrol, our movie queen. She's the movie queen. Oh, yeah. Oh, see that girl. Baby, watch that girl. She is the movie queen. What's up, Chris? She says, morning, poet, double A, and dear mates. What's up, Chris? Laura, lovely Laura. She says, good morning, lovely show with no namers. Let's enjoy these 2 hours together and make the most of them. I'm on board. I'm in. Let's do it. Kubla, what's up, Kubla? He says, howdy, congenial band. Oh, no. Keep it natural, Kubla, please. I don't want people to think we really speak like that, right? So howdy is muy tejano. That part we say, like jokingly. But the congenial band, forzado, okay? Just so the other students know that it's tongue-in-cheek, un poco irónico. On today's show, I intend to throw caution into the wind, arriesgarlo todo. And if I mess up, a slap on the wrist will do, won't it? And this is a great expression here. A slap on the wrist. That is a punishment that's not too severe. There's Marisol. Marisol says, morning, lads. Let's start the new week full of energy and excitement. Amen, Marisol. Lupe, good morning, friends. Ready to rock. Well, me too. But folks, we've got to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with tons more Show with No Name. So stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the Show with No Name on Vaughn Radio. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you're ready to participate as well. And I hope you're going to join us at our open house. It's September 22nd, 2023, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at all our Vaughn centers. You can visit us in Bilbao, Valladolid, Zaragoza, Barcelona, Valencia, Santander, Vigo, and of course, here in Madrid. We'd love to see you if you live in one of those cities and you're free this coming Friday, September 22nd. Stop by. But don't forget to register, because when you register on our website or on social media, there's a link. If you register, you get a free gift, and that gift is the Mini Milk. That's right. The Mini Milk. It's an abridged version of my bestseller. This book is The Milk, which is available along with many other amazing materials at our Vaughn Tienda. It's at vaughntienda.com. That's for materials. And if you're looking for information and how you can sign up for our open house, go to our website, grupovaughn.com. Folks, it's time for the Say What Soundbite. Say what? What? Yeah, we're going on a journey. Not on a gurney. Es que rima con journey. Not many words I know rhyme with the word journey, but I found one, the word gurney. I know you know the word journey. It's not jornada, it's cruzada, viaje, aventura. And a gurney? Well, that's a word we're going to look at in our upcoming FYI episode on hospitals. A gurney, camilla con ruedas. The ones in the hospital. You're on a gurney. Wow. We're going on a journey. I hope it's not on a gurney. Oh. I know. Don't worry, I'll do it. I'll do it myself. All right, amigos. All right. The wah, wah, wah. Welcome to the Say What Soundbite. We are going to hear from a famous person 4 times here on the show. And I want you guys to tell me what you heard in your own words, in your best English, my amigos. So as always, listen carefully and write down what you hear. This is the Say What Soundbite for the first time.
When I went on the run in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew what was coming down. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security. I was going to come in. He said, "Sir, we have it from the highest authority. We are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy."
All right. Well, it doesn't sound like a comedy. I can tell you that. It sounds like somebody who's being pretty serious, if you ask me. But I'm not asking myself for my own opinion. In fact, that's kind of weird. How do you ask yourself for your own opinion? I'm asking you for your opinion based on what you heard. And since this is a language class, I want you to see if you can place the accent as well. So always include, it sounds like a Chinese guy who's talking about his divorce and blah, 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 blah. But make sure you express yourself in beautiful English. I want you to be eloquent, but I want you to be concise. And that's tough. That's tough to do in your own language. Here we go with the second listen of today's Say What Soundbite.
When I went on the run in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew what was coming down. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security. I was going to come in. He said, "Sir, we have it from the highest authority. We are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy."
All right, there you go, folks. All right, well, we've got some more comments coming in. We've got people participating in our pop quiz as well. So let's check in with our amigos. Tons of people learning English and having fun. And I want to send a special shout out to those of you who can't be here live every day. Those of you who are here tirelessly. You know, I get a lot of feedback from people who say this. They start by saying, "I wish I could be there live, but I'm hanging out with you. I listen later on." So a big shout out to all our amigos who can't be here live, but you're learning just as much as the ones who are here live. And you're having just as much fun. At least I hope so. All right, amigos. Let's see what we've got over here. We've got a lot of comments. Laura says, "Thanks a lot, Double A. That's really kind of you." Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And as I said, if you're subscribed to FYI, if you're following the podcast, you'll see that I release bonus episodes every week or so, every 2 weeks, I would say. In addition to your weekly episode every Friday. Monica, what's up, Monica? She says, "Good morning. Happy Monday." Happy Monday to you too, Monica. Laura says, "The minute woman at the desk asked me to wait for a minute." Great, Laura. Minute, pequeña. And minute, creo que lo sabéis todo. Kubla, "I refuse to take out the refuse. Me niego a tirar la basura because I did it yesterday. Period." All right. The only thing, Kubla, come to my house. We've got garbage every day. I'm like, didn't I take this out yesterday? Oh, man. So I know the feeling, but you know what my wife would say? "Yeah, but that was yesterday's garbage." Yeah, all right. Oh, man. And we recycle, you know, we're not big. We don't collect a lot of garbage. There's 3 of us, you know, but it's like unbelievable. I'm like, oh, I got to take out more garbage today. This morning I took out the containers. Now I'm taking out the paper, right? The cardboard. De qué están hechos las cajas. We don't call that paper. We call it cardboard. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. Amazon. All right, Chris says pilgrims are going to house in your house when they arrive. So it's not albergarse, it's albergar a otro, which is great. Pilgrims are going to house you in their house, you could say. Te van a albergar en su casa. They're going to house you in your house when they arrive. Excellent. We'll take it. Salva. Salva says, greetings to AA and the other classmates. What's up, Salva? How's it going, buddy? Let's see. Omar. Omar says, hello, Alberto. Hello, Omar. How's it going? Welcome aboard. Let's see. Kubla cares to comment on our Say What soundbite. And Kubla says, it sounded like an American man explaining how he wasn't allowed to step on American ground on account of somebody in higher places. Excellent. So, great job. Yeah, he wasn't allowed. Another way to say that, too, is on American soil. Soil is another way of saying dirt. Pero we wouldn't say on American dirt. O sea, que por eso digo que hay algunas palabras que son sinónimos en algunos casos, pero no en todos. And to soil is ensuciar. He soiled his underwear. Oh, my God. Well, don't worry. It's not poop. It's just soil. Tierra. But he did it on foreign soil. We're playing with words. We always do. Speaking of people who love to play with words, we've got Leo in the house. We got Leo in the house. We got Leo in the house. He says a well-connected person, but not very well seen in the U.S., comments that before seeking asylum, great word, at the U.S. Embassy, he contacted his contacts, maybe to not be redundant, he got in touch with, or he reached out to, but that's fine, it's correct, Leo, his contacts. Ah, I see what you did. He contacted his contacts. Leo's like, voy a hacer las dos secciones en una. Okay, man? Oh, man, you're good. So he contacted his contacts, and they told him that he would not be able to enter. Leo. Impressive. Totally impressive. All right. Anybody else? Yes, we've got the lovely Laura. And Laura says, I heard a man whose English is very neutral. Laura, excellent observation. And he's explaining how surprised he was when he was denied entry into the U.S. Embassy in Belize. How do you say Belize? Belize, we say. In spite of having friends in the security sphere. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable. Excellent job, folks. Nihad. Nihad is in the house. I said Nihad is in the house. He says, good morning, Mr. Alberto and mates. What's up, Nihad? Chris says, I heard a man, and man, me imagino que es a typo. I heard a man whose accent I can't pinpoint. He's being interviewed. He's talking about having friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize, but he wasn't allowed to enter. So just be careful. Great job, Chris. So he wasn't allowed entry, sustantivo, or he wasn't allowed to enter, verbo. It's up to you. Pero bueno, ahora lo sabes. Guys, these are not mistakes. I don't call these mistakes. I call these growing pains. right? The uy, uy, casi. That means the next time you got it. But this happens to Chris a lot. Why? Because Chris is always going out on a limb, arriesgándose. So, Chris, these are the mistakes I love to correct. Because now I'm like, ahora sabes usar el verbo y el sustantivo. Gracias a ti, Chris. So thank you. So he wasn't allowed entry or he wasn't allowed to enter. Excellent. Let's see what Nihan has to say. He says, a serious American man is talking about his experience when he wanted to run for police. So I'm confused here. He wanted to run from police, quería huir, because to run for es presentarse para candidato, como presidente. So he's running for president. So just be careful there. I don't know if that's what you meant. I think you meant running from police. It reminds me of the song, once I ran to you, I ran, now I run from you. Give you all a boy could give. Tainted Love se llama la canción. Tainted Love. Tenía que cantarlo para saber. He goes, once I ran to you, en un momento huía, corría hacia ti, and now I run from you. It's a great song. I love the Marilyn Manson version. Let's see. So he says that he had many friends at the embassy, but that it wasn't enough to allow him entry into the embassy. Yeah, it's your birthday. It's not, but you guys are doing a great job. Fantastic job in today's Say What Soundbite. I am proud of each and every one of you for all your hard work. You're making progress, and as your teacher, that's all I can ask for. But let's not celebrate yet, because it's time for our toughest section, our Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right, amigos. That's right. It is our Spelling Bee, and this is the part of the show where I give you a list of words, and you guys have to write them down. Sometimes they're pretty easy. Sometimes they're not as easy. The good news is people always seem to figure it out. And even if you don't get it on the first go, you'll definitely, I mean, I know many of you, I know your level. So I know you'll be able to get it on the second go. So is everybody ready? Because this is the lightning round. Round one of today's Spelling Bee. Let me take a deep breath myself and get ready here, because this is not easy, especially to go this fast. But you guys usually get it. At least one person gets it, sometimes two or three. Here we go. The first one, they don't have to be capitalized. No tienen que empezar con mayúscula. They don't need to be capitalized or with uppercase. Es otra forma de decir mayúscula. The first one is HEAD space WEAR. The second one is EARRINGS. The third one, NECKLACES. The fourth one is TOE space RING. The fifth one is BRACELET. And the last one is ANKLET. Are you kidding me? Come on, that's not nice. Come on, man. All right, well, let me give you a little audio clue.
These precious stones are made possible when intense pressure is applied to carbon. The resulting shiny, sought-after gems are both hard and hard to come by. These mined minerals are used in ceremonies, symbolism, and studied in science. To some, they are timeless treasures, As the song goes,
Diamonds are forever.
we'll delve into the deceptive world of diamonds on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés.
You got it.
That's right, folks. That's right. If you want to learn all about diamonds, check out the FYI episodes on diamonds. The bonus episode is not available to the general public yet. Stay tuned or join my community. Either one, whatever. Depends how patient you are. But I just shared the normal episode, the one that's available to everybody on diamonds. So if you guys are listening to this now, and you want to listen to that later, I'll tell you what you have to do. You have to go over to Facebook or YouTube, my Facebook or my YouTube, and in the comments, you'll find the links. Okay, you'll find those links. So there's your clue. Let's see if anybody got these words after the first round. And let's see, scrolling down the list. Kubla, the first one's correct. The second one's correct. The third one's correct. The fourth one, the fifth one, and the sixth one are all correct. Also, Chris Valrol and Lupe. That's right. All right, amigos. Wonderful job in that first round. And I went really fast, honestly. I flew through it. So really, kudos. Enhorabuena. Enhorabuena. And speaking of kudos, it looks like Kubla got today's Say What soundbite. I only played it twice. Oh my God, dude. I think it took me like 3 times to write it down. Holy cow. You're faster than I am, dude. When you beat the teacher on speed, oh man, I guess I got to go faster in the spelling bee. Is that what you guys are telling me? That I need to up the ante? Subir el listón? All right, well, here we go. This is round 2 of today's spelling bee. The first word is H-E-A-D space W-E-A-R. The second one is E-A-R-R-I-N-G-S. The third one is N-E-C-K-L-A-C-E-S. The fourth one is T-O-E space R-I-N-G. The fifth one is B-R-A-C-E-L-E-T. And the sixth one is A-N-K-L-E-T. All right, there you go, my amigos. I think that was pretty fair over there. The reason I chose all kinds of jewelry, or accessories, I should say, is because today, in the year 1837, a company was founded by Charles Louis Tiffany. You know Charles Louis Tiffany? Does the name Tiffany ring a bell? No, I'm not talking about the 80s singer, but I love Tiffany, by the way. But no, I'm talking about Tiffany and Company. The blue box with the white ribbon, we all know it. And it was first called Tiffany and Young. I didn't know that. It was called Tiffany and Young, and it was founded today by Charles Louis Tiffany and Teddy Young. And it was in New York City, where the store still is. In fact, it's one of the most famous storefronts, facades. The windows are famous. I don't mean las ventanas, sino los escaparates, que si lo piensas, en inglés es la misma palabra. The windows are just amazing. And I've been to Tiffany's. So there, I don't remember how many floors there are. Let's ask Google. Google will remember. But I remember one time I went up to like a private floor. I was like, how much money am I spending here? How many floors? Tiffany and Co. New York. Let's see what Google has to say. Tiffany, and 10 stories. So 10 stories, 10 floors full of expensive jewelry. Now, as many people say, though, once you're wearing, there's Tiffany, and then there's the rest. And I'm sure many of you know it. You call it Desayuno con Diamantes, the classic movie. You know what it's called in English, right? I'm sure you guys know this. But in case you didn't know it, it's called Breakfast at Tiffany's. So this is an institution. I know very little about jewelry, about accessories. The only thing I wear is a necklace, and I've had it for almost 30 years now. No, I'd say about 25 years. So that's the only and my wedding ring, right? My wedding. So I'm not a big jewelry guy. Why? Well, the same reason I have short hair now. I don't like to think about how I look or accessorizing. I just want to be clean. Obviously, that's important. Brush your teeth, shower, but I'm not, I'm wearing a red shirt with black pants. Oh my God. How could you? In fact, my wife says to me sometimes, "Are you going to wear that now when we go for our walk?" And I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with it? Yeah, I'm not really I'm not the epitome, la personificación, se escribe epitome. I'm not the epitome of fashion, in case you haven't noticed, folks. But I'll tell you what, we've got to go to a quick commercial break right now. I can't believe we are halfway through the show. Unfreaking believable. Time really does fly when you're having fun. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am here on the show with no name. Your wacky English class, chiflado. Yeah, I don't know any other way. No conozco otra forma de ser. Guys, we'll be right back with much more wackiness in just a moment. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Having a great time playing, laughing, learning. All here on your favorite radio station, Vaughn Radio. Or maybe it's your favorite podcast. Well, either way, let me remind you, Vaughn has an open house. Puertas abiertas, you say. An open house, my amigos. You can come in and visit us at all of our centers. You can get a free sample class. You can chat with us. And if you sign up, you register online, you can get This Book is the Mini Milk. Now, if you already have This Book is the Milk, no sweat. No te preocupes. You can give it away as a gift. As the Red Hot Chili Peppers said, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away now. Give it away now. Regálalo. Give it away now. All right, folks. We are back for part 3. Oh, my God. Where the hell did the first half of the show go? It's supposed to be Monday. It's supposed to be boring. We're supposed to be falling asleep here and complaining about life. Not us. Not here. No way, Jose. Why? Because this is electric. It's the show with no name, folks, and welcome back to the second half of today's show. So much to do, so let's kick off with Homophones on the show with no name.
Homophones, homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name.
Show with no name. That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And here's where we're going to take a look at some words that tend to be a little bit confusing, but don't worry. I know you guys will be able to figure them out, or at least know if they sound the same. And as always, we'll take a look at some different meanings. We'll also look at if it's a noun, a verb, an adjective, and how we can change it from a noun to a verb, if that's possible as well. As we call it in English, to verbify. All right, the first word is a word we know and use pretty often, at least in English. And it is a job or a chore that needs to be done. Okay, tarea. It is a duty, deber o trabajo. Okay, it's also the verb, asignarle una tarea. So if you somebody with something, le has dicho tienes que hacer esta tarea. Okay, so what else? Retar, hay una expresión que es retar, que lo usa también. Multitarea, hacer muchas cosas a la vez. So that's our first word, okay? I think it's a word many of you might even be familiar with. The second word is what elephants have. Now, elephants have a trunk. No, not that. I'm talking about the teeth. You know those teeth that are made of ivory? You say marfil, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Costa Marfil, the Ivory Coast. So colmillo is the word in Spanish. And let me remind you guys, there are 2 episodes of FYI on elephants. And I just released the bonus episode about maybe 2 weeks ago. These humongous mammals are the largest living land animals. Mammoth is an understatement. They are most definitely among the most amazing behemoths to ever walk the face of the earth. We'll explore the exotic world of elephants on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
En inglés.
You got it. That's right, folks. If you want to learn about these interesting animals, check out those episodes. I just shared the links with you for your convenience. All right. What else do we have to do? Let's listen to our Say What soundbite. This is the third listen.
When I went on the run in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew I was coming down. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security. I was going to come in. He said, "Sir, we have it from the highest authority. We are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy."
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, there you go, folks. Again, we'll hear that one more time. It'll give you a chance to be able to figure out what's been said. All right, let's take a look at our homophones and see how my students are doing. The first person to participate is Kubla, and those are the correct words, Kubla, and he says they don't sound alike. Laura says the two words, and she says they are not homophones. Chris says they aren't homophones as well. So, 3 super show with no namers are saying that these words are not homophones. Do you guys trust them? I mean, I would, just based on their track record. Their track record is su historial. It's a good expression. Based on their track record, no, sus ganancias, cuántas veces han perdido, sus datos, I would trust them. And they say that the words don't sound the same. Well, what if I just say the words, as we always do, and then we'll clear it up in a second. The first word is task. He tasked me. Sé que sabéis la palabra, pero sabíais que era verbo. He tasked me with blowing. Voy a ponerte un ejemplo de verdad. My wife tasked me with blowing up the balloons for my daughter's party. She doesn't have the lung strength. La fuerza de los pulmones. As you know, I use my lungs every day to record, or else I couldn't speak, right? So she tasked me with, me dio la tarea de, blowing up the balloons. Que blow up is an interesting word because to blow up means inflar, but it also means to explotar. So if you blow up the balloon too much, it might blow up. Hey, it's a great double trouble over there. All right, so where were we? First word, task. Say it with me. Say it aloud. Task. Okay? A lot of people talk about multitasking, which I'm starting to realize that it's better for me to just concentrate on one thing at a time. Because if I'm trying to do too many things, be a dad, be a tweeter or Twitter or whatever they're called, I can't do it all. So I have to, I've got to do one thing at a time. Asian style, como los japoneses. They do one thing and everything else disappears. That's what I noticed from my experience in Japan, at least. Japanese style, I should say. They really focus on being in the moment. But we live in a world where gotta multitask. So you want to do a lot of things and none of them completely. So I don't know. I used to be a fan of the whole multitask thing. Oh, I can get a million things done at the same time while I poop. And now I'm like, just do one thing, do it well, and then do the next thing. That's how you should do it. I don't know. I guess it depends on the job. Some jobs require you to multitask. Now, I'm multitasking here because I'm doing the digital, controlling all the sound and the sound effects and recording and all that stuff. But also, practice makes perfect. I've done it a million times. I know my equipment, and I'm very prepared. As you guys know, when I'm like, you should listen to the FYI episode on elephants. Sound clip, link. So that's a big part of it, too. The first word, task. Also, we said to bring somebody to task, to retar, llamarle la atención. If you do that, the boss is going to bring you to task. Okay? So task is the word. And the second word is tusk. Task, first word. Tusk, second word. Great job, amigos. That's right, amigos. So task. Say the words with me, because if you don't say them, then we're not going to know how to say them. You're going to know that they're not pronounced the same. Great. It's a great start. But now we got to make sure we're saying them correctly. First word, task. Use it in context. Okay? He's always got a lot of tasks. Muy difícil en tercera persona. Tasks. Es el sonido. How many tasks can you do at the same time? My sister asks. Oh, tough sound. But that's why I want you to say it aloud, so you practice it and say it correctly. So task, tusk. Use it in context. Task, tusk. I guess it's a little easier to use the word task in context than the word tusk. But excellent job. Show with no namers. Also, Laura got today's Say What soundbite as well. Excellent job, Laura. All right. And folks, we need to look at our spelling bee really quickly before we move on. We were looking at accessories, jewelry, things I don't really know about. The first one is headwear. And headwear can be any kind of thing you wear on your head. So headwear can be hats, but they can also be headbands, right? You call them diademas, I think. Headbands, which are different than hairbands. Tenía que explicar esto a mi hija el otro día. Said, this is a hairband, las comillas, and this is a headband, los que son rígidos y tal. So, I'm like, oh, good question, honey. I'm like, I know, because I know English, but I don't know this vocabulary too well. So you've got a hat. If you think of hat, it's the whole category. So think of it this way. Gorro, todo tipo de gorro, the big category is a hat. Then you got different kinds of hats inside of that. So I would say the big categories, headwear, then hats, okay? Because not all headwear is hats. As we said before, you can wear a bandana around your head, a handkerchief or a bandana. So you've got a hat, you've got your fedora hat if you're a 1920s gangster. You've got your baseball cap. I think that's the most popular headwear, at least with young people and for the last 20, 30 years. In fact, if anything, I've seen the use of baseball caps increase tremendously. They've always been big in the United States, but I never used to see people here wearing baseball caps. And now it's pretty common, you know. Then you got your beach one. I love the Panama hat, Panama style. Those are cool. You've got helmets. Now, that's not something you usually accessorize with, but something that could save your life. What else? We've got a turban. We've got a fez, a sombrero. What else? A visor. Que tiene visor. You say the same thing? What else? You've also got a what is the one I'm looking for here? I'm going to look at you've got a beanie. You know what a beanie or a scully is? Those are for the winter, right? A beanie or a scully. Okay. A boina is a beret. A beret. How do you say it? Beret? Yeah, the green berets. Beret. Es a la francesa. Beret. You got your newsboy. Estos que parecen que entregan los periódicos. I love the newsboy ones. Those are really cool as well. So you got a lot of different hats. The same way you got a lot of different sized and shaped heads out there. All right. So that's all under headwear. Then we've got earrings. And I'm going to just Google it. Types of earrings. I'm going to tell you as much as I know, and then Google will tell us the rest. So we've got your hoop earrings. Those are los que son muy grandes. Your hoop earrings. You've got your studs. The studs are como una gema. Just one little one. Stud. Right? Stud también es machote. Hey, there's a good double trouble. You like my stud? Stud? ¿Te gusta mi pendiente pequeñito? Machote. Tío bueno. Let's see. A ver los que me suenan aquí. You got dangly earrings. To dangle es colgar. So the dangly ones are the ones Lara loves. She loves people with dangly earrings. And I don't know. Those are just some common ones. The hoops. You've got the huggies. I didn't know this one. So the huggies are the small hoops. Why? Because they hug your ear. Aha. See, it makes sense. The most common, I guess, are the studs. When the little kids are born, the girls, they give them studs, right? So those are all under earrings, which is a pretty logical words. It's a pretty logical word. Anillos de la oreja makes sense, right? Remember also the word pierce, from the word piercing, que todos conocéis, lo usáis en español. The word pierce is perforar. Makes total sense, doesn't it? So Pierce Bronson, perforar Bronson? No. The next one, just be careful with the pronunciation, is not necklace, que es interesante, because lace es encaje, and neck is cuello. Entonces, si los separas, it's, I like that lace around your neck. Como palabras separadas es como break and fast. It's breakfast, junto, pero separado is break and fast, right? So here it's the same thing. I like that lace you're wearing around your neck. It's a necklace cuando lo dices todo junto. And types of necklaces, fíjate en el plural, necklaces es otra sílaba. Necklaces, types. See, thank you, Google, for all your help here. We've got the choker. That's the really tight one. El que te atraganta, right? A choker. You've got your chain, your pendant. Your pendant es donde hay algo colgante. You've got a pearl necklace, which also has a sexual meaning as well. And let's move on. Oh, and you've got your beaded one as well. And beads son como el hippie style. How do you say a bead? No sé en español, ¿eh? Vamos a ver. Bead. Cuenta. Avalorio. You call them cuentas. I didn't know that. Adornar con cuentas. Ah, amigo. I had no idea. See, I'm learning here as well. Number 4, toe ring. I figured you all knew ring. Todos sabéis anillo, right? But did you know toe ring? Pues tiene sentido. If we have, in English, in Spanish, you have 20 fingers, 20 dedos, right? Los dedos del pie, in English, we have 10 fingers and 10 toes. It's interesting, though, we don't call it a finger ring. It's just called a ring. Y luego, si es del dedo del pie, it's a toe ring. A toe ring. Number 5, bracelet. Easy. You say bracelete, pero se cambia un poco. Collar, no collar. Bracelet, you also say pulsera. Bracelete o pulsera. So bracelet. Bracelet is that word over there. And if you've got one around your ankle, then it's called an anklet. An anklet is a bracelet that goes around your ankle. All right? And let's pronounce those two words now that we're on it here. My uncle sprained his ankle. Say it with me. You don't know how many times I've heard students mispronounce these words. My uncle sprained, se hizo un esguince. My uncle sprained his ankle. All right, my amigos. Time to move on from our accessories, though, because we're going to the movies. Name that movie. That's right, amigos. Here we go with today's Name That Movie. We'll see if you guys recognize this movie. Here we go. If you know the names, you know them. If not, then you don't. Oh, there's my special effects. Why do they call them special effects? They're just effects, right? They're special. As opposed to what other effects? Ones that are not special? Come on now. Is overuse of words. Just keep it simple. It's the wedding of Jim and Michelle and the gathering of their families and friends, including Jim's old friends from high school and Michelle's little sister. You got to know those names. If you know them, you know them. It's like Scooby and Shaggy. If you know it, you know it. So it's the wedding of Jim and Michelle. You can say Jim and Michelle's wedding. Yo siempre pongo la chica primero, Michelle and Jim's. Pero como os fijáis, el apóstrofe se va al último, no hay que ponerlo con ambos nombres. So el que va al final se coge el esto. So it's the wedding of Jim and Michelle and the gathering, el juntar, of their families and friends, including Jim's old friends from high school. No high school, sino high school. Piénsalo así. High school. High school. High school. All right? And Michelle's little sister, su hermana menor, pequeña. All right, we've got a winner here, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up for Chris Valrol and Kubla, 2 winners. Wonderful, wonderful job. It is American Wedding. That's right, American Wedding. It's one of the American Pie movies. I've got to admit, I haven't seen this one. But I love the American Pie movies, even though they're sophomoric, como simplones, de humor. That's called sophomoric humor. Okay? Call it what you will. I love it. The more fart jokes, the better. All right, let's take a look at the scene over here from American Pie, The Wedding. Jim says, all right, Stifler. We all know Stifler if you've seen the movie. And Stifler's mom, de ahí se inventó la palabra MILF. ¿No? Desde ahí se puso popular la palabra MILF, with Stifler's mom. So Jim says, all right, Stifler, this is a little, he's apprehensive. Está aprensivo, está un poco dudando. No, he's like, oh, no sé si lo quiero decir. Apprehensive, we say. This is a little difficult to explain. Look, you're okay. You're okay. I mean, I like you. Me caes bien, right? And Steve Stifler says, yeah, great. You can blow me after practice. I'm working, dude. Now, blow me, we said blow up is soplar. To blow out is soplar velas, because they're lit. We blow them out. And to blow, como lo dice él, es fellatio. Pinocchio's younger brother, fellatio. Pinocchio, yes, fellatio. You can blow me out. Están hablando como habla Stifler. Puedes hacerme una esa, he's saying. I'm working, dude. Estoy trabajando, Tron. And Jim says, well, dude. And Steve says, come on, work it. Hustle. Muévete. Hustle es mueve ese culo, right? Hustle. Work it. No? And then Jim says, see, my mom didn't know that there was a misunderstanding, right? Because remember, I don't want to tell you too much. I mean, the movies have been out for a while, but Jim slept with Stifler's mom regularly, it seems, right? The MILF. And he says, see, my mom didn't know that there was a misunderstanding. And Steve says, move it. Come on. Muévelo. Venga. And Jim says, you're not invited. And Steve Stifler says, hold. Hold is the thing. And it's freeze, congela, para, hold. And Steve Stifler says, dude, how the hell do you even think you're getting married? ¿Cómo demonios crees que te estás casando? He says, I've been looking out for your sex life since high school. He estado cuidando de tu vida sexual amorosa desde el instituto, right? Like it's he's in charge of it. I had friends like that too. Like, I'm going to get you laid tonight. Yo voy a hacer que. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Sorry. I know you think you're a powerful player in the world, but so, and Jim's like, he's in shock. He goes, you what? O sea, ¿tú crees que mi vida sexual ha sido por ti? He goes, you what? Like, ahí te has pasado, ahí te has columpiado. And Steve says, oh, the first tits this guy ever saw were because of me. Las primeras tetas que he visto es por mí. The first girl he ever hooked up with, la primera chica con quien se ha ligado, was at my party at my cottage. A cottage es como casa de pueblo, casa rural. That girl is the girl he's marrying. The stiff man showed him the way. Can I get a hallelujah? O sea, que ahora se está casando también por su culpa. Por su culpa. And he goes, can I get a hallelujah? Dame un hallelujah al público. And the football team says, hallelujah, Stifler. And I won't read the next line, but it's got some very vulgar words. Good thing it's time to go to our final commercial break. Guys, you know how this works. We'll be right back. with the fourth and final part of today's show. So stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. And after today's show, you've got a date with the lovely Ximena Holiday and her program, Test Your English. After that, you've got the lunchtime show with Rob and Andy, followed by Tosh Pasqua's Back to Basics. Then you've got a date with Jules Linares on her program, Let's Get Random. Then you've got, who's after that? Oh, Dave Boyes with The Salad, a variety show, a wacky variety show on Vaughn Radio. You've got Kyle Miller and Drive Time. You've got Richard Vaughn Live. And you can start your day with the Pro Bow Show with Rob Grams. Oh, yeah. So many different accents, so many different viewpoints. They're always talking about being multicultural. Look at Vaughn. We've got people from every continent. And you can meet us at our open house, September 22nd, 2023, from 4 to 7 p.m. Sign up online at grupovaughn.com. Yeah. All right, amigos, it's time for Double Trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Come on. Double. Yeah. Double trouble. Yeah. I said double. Double trouble. Double. Double trouble. I said double. Double trouble. That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble only on the show with no name. And Double Trouble is where you guys take a look at a translation. But it's not your typical translation. This is a translation with a twist. And as always, I want you guys to be able to figure it out. You have to use the same word twice in Double Trouble. But if you guys are show with no namers, you already know that. Here we go. Intenté dejar caer que vas a abandonar la universidad. Okay? Intenté dejar caer que vas a abandonar la universidad. That is your double trouble. You have to use the same word twice. I'll give you some time to think about it. It's intenté dejar caer que vas a abandonar la universidad. Good luck. And in the meantime, let's listen to our Say What soundbite for the fourth time.
When I went on the run in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew what was coming down. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security. I was going to come in. He said, "Sir, we have it from the highest authority. We are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy."
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the fourth and final listen. That's right. We'll hear it one more time, but that's just to pick all this stuff out of it and also find out who it is. We'll see who it is. And it's interesting what you guys said. I'll just say this. It's interesting what was said about the person's accent being very, very standard. Excellent observation there. All right, let's see our double trouble. Intenté dejar caer que vas a abandonar la universidad. Okay, Leonardo says, I tried to drop that you're dropping out of college. Ladies and gentlemen, he nailed it. I tried to drop that you're dropping out of college. And it's to drop it in the conversation. There's also another way to say it as well, to drop a hint, una indirecta. That's another way of saying it too. I tried to drop the hint that you're going to drop out of school or out of college. Se puede decir school también, porque del contexto se sabe qué nivel es. Okay? So, Leo, excellent job. To make it more clear, I would say drop the hint, or I tried to drop it in the conversation, right? Or I tried to drop the hint. The hint es una pista, una indirecta. Wink, wink, hint. I'm going to give you a hint, right? Let's see. Kubla says, I tried to drop that you're going to drop out of college. Excellent job, Kubla. Laura, I tried to drop that you're going to drop out of university. Excellent job, Laura, as well. Chris, I tried to let drop that you're dropping out of college. We wouldn't say let drop, but I like it. Again, Chris, this is exactly why I want you guys to participate. So now you know it's to drop a hint or to drop the hint if you're speaking about a specific one, okay? So to drop a hint, all right? To drop a hint is dejar caer una indirecta, como a ver si lo pilla. Let's see if this person catches the hint, right? A lot of times too, when we say something to somebody, we say wink, wink, como lo pillas, right? It's this indirecta kind of thing, this guiño. You do the same thing. Just remember though, if you're blinking, it's with both eyes. If you're winking, it's with one eye, right? I'm winking usually because I'm trying to, share a secret with somebody. We're in on a secret. Estoy en el ajo. I'm in on it. To be, es interesante porque tiene dos preposiciones. Are you in on it? Yeah. I was in on it since the beginning. Yo estaba metido en el ajo. I love it in Spanish. I was in the garlic. The vampires aren't going to like you too much. All right, I know. It's not time for your joking yet. Well, almost. Absolutely. So the word is drop. To drop a hint, to drop out of college. Y fijaos, no es drop. It's not o, it's drop. I tried to drop a hint, but it went over his head. Y esto es otra expresión que significa que no lo captó, no lo pilló. It went over his head. He was clueless. Y una forma de decir que no se entera, toma, apúntate esta. He was clueless, no se enteraba de nada. Did you know? Does he know about the surprise party? I mean, you dropped a hint. Well, he was clueless. It went over his head. Ni lo pilló, ni lo captó. So these are really native expressions, ways we say things that I've heard you guys say in Spanish. Let's see. Chris also says, really interesting, Laura's observation. Now that I know this man was born in the UK. Yeah, this guy in today's Say What soundbite is like Austin Powers in a way. He's an international man of mystery. All right, folks, it's time to move on, though. It's time for You're Joking.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're joking only on the show with no name. And, well, today we're going to take a look at some IT jokes. That's right, some computer jokes. So grab your keyboards, teclados, grab your mice, ratones, and whatever else you may need. All right, here we go, folks. Let's see if you get these jokes. Again, these are plays on words. Son juegos de palabras. So they're always based on a double meaning or even a homophone, a word that sounds like another word. So what did one computer say to the other after a 12-hour car ride? Okay. So what did one computer say to the other after a 12-hour car ride? Fijaos, no lleva ese. Es un viaje de 12 horas. En inglés, si va adelante, because you would say, the car trip lasted 12 hours. Oh, so it was a 12-hour car trip. Okay? So what did one computer say to the other after a 12-hour car ride or car trip? Easy. Darn, that was a hard drive. That was a hard drive. That was a hard drive. Un viaje difícil. Conducción difícil. Disco duro. What did one computer say to the other after a 12-hour car ride? Man, that was a hard drive. Well, hey, maybe they should stop and get a Big Mac. A Big Mac. It's a burger. It's also Macintosh. All right. All right. I thought it was funny. So a Big Mac, Macintosh. That one I think is easy. A hard drive. Just remember the word drive is an irregular verb. Drive, drove, driven. And you guys can use this verb. You know how many people tell me, I go with the car to work, or I take my car to go to I'm like, hang on. I drive to work every day. Do I take my car to I drive to work every day. I drove to work yesterday, and I've driven to work a lot lately. All right. Why did the computer spy get fired? Why did the computer spy get fired? Easy. She couldn't hack it. No. She couldn't hack it. Well, I know you know the word hack. Decís hacker. We say más suave la H, hacker. He's a hacker. To hack is to cut with an axe. Dar hachazos. Machetear. Okay? That's to hack. But hack is also to access something illegally. Think about it. Coges el candado y le das hachazos. You're hacking the system, right? So you're a hacker. Right? But also, the word hack, if you can't hack it, it means you can't take it. No lo aguantas. No tienes lo que requiere. What's the matter, man? You can't hack it? We can find another martial artist who wants to, right? You said you wanted to be on the basketball team, but you never show up at practice. You can't hack it. Tú no puedes con ello. So to hack something. And also a hack is an amateur. He's a hack computer programmer. Hack. So great word. Again, it's a word you already know. And what about kitchen hacks? Truquitos de la cocina. Right? So I'm sure you've seen that. 10 great kitchen hacks. Yo lo veo siempre. No sé lo que tengo en mi esto. But the word hack. He's a hack comedian. Okay? And he can't hack it in Hollywood. No aguanta. No tiene la madera. No tiene lo que necesita. So did you guys ever know that word hack has so many meanings? All right. Well, there you go. One more for you. What is a computer's favorite animal? What is a computer's favorite animal? Easy. A ram. No. Ram? Anybody who's ever ordered a computer, when you look at the specifications, it says RAM. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm no expert. RAM is random access memory. RAM, right? The computer has a lot of RAM, random access memory. Okay, great. Where's the animal joke come from? What does that have to do with animals? Well, a ram is a kind of animal. It's also a pickup truck in the United States. Piensa por qué. Porque es un carnero. It's a male sheep. Okay? So the Dodge Ram, y si miras el símbolo dirás, ajá. But also to ram something is golpearlo con fuerza. A battering ram is un ariete. They ram the door down. Pero piensa, ¿qué haría un carnero with their horns? Ram. So a ram rams its prey, right? But it's also an abbreviation that we know, random access memory. If your computer has a lot of RAM, I imagine it can do a lot of tasks, a word we looked at before, not to be confused with tusks. Lo importante, ambos en tercera persona, es x. All right, folks, we've got to move on, though. It's time for famous birthday trivia. That's right, amigos. I was going to say amigos. I was going to say my amigos, whatever, folks. It's been a long show, but it hasn't felt like a long show. We've got less than 10 minutes left over here, guys. I can't believe it. Thank you again for playing along and making it work. Wouldn't work without you guys, so thank you. And if you ever miss a show, you can get it wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for The Show with no name. And if you like this show, if you like FYI, please take a minute to rate the show. Give it 5 stars. Leave a comment. All of that helps in the algorithm of the night. All right. Okay, this is the algorithm of the night. All right, now. It's time to get serious. No, it's not. But it's time to see if you can figure out today's famous birthday trivia. Number 1, this guy was born in 1940. He's an actor, singer, and former anterior teen idol. Okay. He had 31 charting U.S. singles que estaban en las listas, charting. They were on the charts. From 1958 to 1962. So we could say that was his heyday, su apogeo. Think about it. 31 in a period of 4 years. That's pretty crazy. And the number 1 hits Venus, we say Venus, and Why in 1959. He's also been in many films. In the 60s, he was in Grease, in the musical Grease, you know Grease? Grease is the word, it's got meaning. Well, he's the one who sings Beauty School Dropout. And we looked at the word dropout before. To drop out of school is abandonar. So a dropout is the person. Desertador, how do you say it in Spanish? Desertor. Desertor escolar. Alumno deserta. Alguien que abandona los estudios. Beauty School Dropout. And he had that kind of falsetto voice. He was born in Philly. That's right. And his mother was originally from Sicily. His father was a butcher from Naples. Interesting. Naples, Sicily? That's my family. We have those roots. So in his case, his paternal grandmother was from Sicily. In my case, it's my maternal family. As you guys know, my paternal family is Spanish. We know that already. So yeah, this guy, man, he was a teen idol. Talk about a stud. Vimos la palabra, un machote, un guaperas, right? Number two, not number three. Number two, American actor and comedian who died in the year 2020, but he was amazing. He's worked for so many years, and I remember every time he was in a movie, I'm like, I'm going to like the movie because he's so funny and he's just natural. He was natural. He was in the Spinal Tap movie. This is Spinal Tap. He was in Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind. For your consideration, if you haven't seen these movies, they're all excellent. Look up Christopher Guest. Okay, he's produced and directed many of these movies. He was also in Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. He also played Frank Dunphy on the sitcom Modern Family. And he's been in so many other movies, including the American Pie movies, which we looked at in today's Name That Movie. And last but not least, this guy was born in 1945, a British-American computer programmer and businessman who founded a very famous antivirus software. And, well, he went on the run. He lived like an outlaw, kind of. Imagine a lot of money, crazy ideas. And you can see there are documentaries about this guy's life. But he was arrested in Spain, by the way. In October 2020, he was arrested in Spain over tax evasion charges in the U.S. So he hadn't paid his taxes. And, well, he was found dead on June 23rd, 2021, due to an apparent suicide by hanging. The interesting part, he said, I will never commit suicide. I'm not saying you got to trust the guy. He didn't seem, porque ya está muerto, like the most trustworthy guy. But he said, and his wife, his family members, they're like, he didn't commit suicide. He was suicided. I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I don't know much about the case, but I know the documentary was pretty interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. We've got a winner. It's Chris Valrol. Also Kubla. Number one, Frankie Avalon. What a voice. Frankie Avalon, really known, well, his real name, Francis Thomas Avalone. And number two, Fred Willard. And number three, John McAfee from the McAfee virus software. And that'll bring us to our Say What soundbite. It's John McAfee. And he was in an interview saying, when I went on the run, a la fuga, in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew what was coming down, como me avisaron de lo que iba a ocurrir. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security, preparé, no, lo organicé, we use that word a lot, with the head of security that I was going to come in, que iba a entrar. He said, sir, we have it from the highest authority. Nos lo han dicho desde arriba. We are not to allow you. Esto es una forma de bajo ningún concepto. We are esta estructura. You are not to speak aloud in class without raising your hand. Es una forma de dar un aviso fuerte. So he said, we are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy. Let's hear birthday boy John McAfee.
When I went on the run in police, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy and police. I knew what was coming down. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security. I was going to come in. He said, sir, we have it from the highest authority. We are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy.
All right, folks, name that lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is. No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, my amigos. You know it. It is always a pleasure to be here with you guys. So I just want to give you a nice round of applause. Thank you to each and every one of you for your excellent effort, your energy. As I said, our energy and our time is all we really have. So thank you for lending it to us here on Vaughn Radio and here on the show with no name, on FYI as well. It's an absolute pleasure to have each and every one of you as students. The song, I'll give it to you, it's Venus by Frankie Avalon. Birthday boy, Frankie Avalon. So, folks, we'll go to our next show, which is an excellent show where my friend Ximena will put you to the test. But I want you to sing along with me. So, Google Venus. Se escribe igual, pero no se pronuncia Venus. Se dice Venus. And Frankie Avalon. Again, you know him if you've seen Grease. Oh, and by the way, there's an FYI episode on Grease as well. So thank you, my amigos. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we'll be back tomorrow with more. I promise. Ciao for now. If you